In today's video, we'll be exploring 7 smart investment choices for your money when your paycheck hits your bank. This video is aimed at all of you who receive a paycheck each month and need some guidance on where to invest your own money, and ultimately all of you who would like the autonomy to invest your own money as well. This is not aimed at you business owners who want to reinvest all of your capital back into your business, but for those of you who would like to start building multiple income streams today. A wise man once told me, you must be financially independent from your business and not have all your eggs in one basket. This also applies to all of you who are watching, who are currently employed, and need to handle all of your investments to build your future income streams. Now, you can go the traditional route and allocate a portion of your money to a generic pension scheme, but this video is for you if you feel you need to take the reins a little bit more of your own finances. Just before we get into it, I want to talk around the importance of investing. Investing is absolutely crucial to your future success. If you left $1 sitting in the bank gaining no interest back in 1980, in real terms, this will be now worth around 23 cents today, meaning you will have lost 75% of your purchasing power in 45 years. This shows you the power of inflation and what it can do to your cash. Inflation is our enemy, but we can overcome this by investing smartly and wisely into multiple asset classes. Whilst I don't offer financial advice on this channel, the main aim is to give you the information to increase your savings and net worth so you can either retire earlier or take advantage of compound interest to let your savings snowball into a mammoth pot of money. Okay, so firstly, you need to invest in an emergency fund. This might sound straightforward, but having an emergency fund is super important. If life throws you a curveball, which you can, you need to be ready. Having 6 months worth of expenses is prudent, but having up to 12 months would be even better. Whilst this is not an investment as such, this will be one of the best investments you can make if life turns upside down for one reason or another. You can even keep this cash in a high yielding savings account. And as you can see on screen, I've made a list of the best high yielding savings accounts for you to invest in today. Another smart investment choice are index funds. Quite simply, index funds aim to mirror the industry benchmarks such as the S&P 500 and the FTSE 100. They are typically a low cost product which you can buy with ease on your investment platform. Now, there are many ways you can buy index funds, and typically fees can be lower than 0.1% per year, which is actually a lot less than actively managed funds, which require fund managers to physically manage the fund on a day-to-day basis. I personally use HL for all of my investments in my portfolio. Whether you want to receive financial advice from one of their in-house specialists, or if you're a DIY investor like me, you can invest in lots of different funds such as index trackers, bonds, crypto, and stocks. I've been a loyal customer for years now and would highly recommend their service and platform. And I've also linked this in the show notes for you below. Up next are commodities. Please don't switch off at this point. And I'm not talking about the likes of coffee and sugar, as in my opinion, they are only for drinking. The commodities I'm investing in today are gold, silver, and a general index that tracks all commodities, including the above, such as oil, copper, corn, to name a few. If we take the price of gold, for example, as of recording, gold has performed extremely well. And if we look over a 20-year period, gold has increased by over 1,000%. Assets such as gold and silver are also seen as a safe haven asset and are seen as a hedge against financial crisis and political instability. As always, do your own research or speak with a financial advisor on what is right for you, whether that would be gold, silver, or crude oil, but commodities are definitely an asset class to take a look at. Okay, so number 4 is to invest in your own financial education, and well done to you because you are doing this right now. It's a huge disappointment of mine that financial education is not being taught in schools across the globe. So whilst money can be viewed as a taboo subject, it's so important for not just us, but our future generations to have as much knowledge as they can about managing money. Everything that I've learned has come off the back of either shadowing mentors, reading books, and listening to podcasts. It's quite simple for you to do the same. And the more information you take in, the more financially literate you'll become, and the more confident you'll become about talking about finances with either your peers or your family. When I said you need to invest in your own financial education, this does not necessarily mean spending thousands on how to invest in the stock market, but more so investing in your time. Okay, so on to number 5, which is real estate. Now, real estate is an interesting asset class, as some of the wealthiest people in the world are landowners. However, real estate as an asset class can be a little bit harder to invest in than others, and I'll tell you why. If we assume you're saving $500 per month, and this is to go towards your investments, and with the average deposit on a single rental unit property being, let's say, $50,000, it can prove quite hard for you to get into real estate in a timely fashion. Now, you could save this money in a high interest savings account whilst you wait, but what about if you want to gain exposure today? Welcome to the party, Real Estate Investment Trust, also known as REITs. From an investor's perspective, this works the same as buying shares on the stock market, and you can benefit from share prices and REITs increasing in value, and also the dividends you receive from your share as well. So let's talk about high yielding savings accounts. Now, you might be thinking this might sound straightforward, Alan. This is obvious. What are you talking about? However, what I found when I went through this exercise myself is that I had multiple savings accounts with really poor interest rates. With interest rates sitting at their highest level since 2008, you need to be taking advantage of high yield savings accounts today. You can even have your emergency fund sitting in one of these accounts as long as it's an easy access account and with a reputable bank. You really don't want to be waiting for your cash if you need this in an emergency. Last last but certainly not least is to invest in your own side hustle. And why this isn't strictly investing your paycheck into an asset class like an index fund, this could certainly give you the biggest ROI in terms of your money and your time. Now, this might not be for all of you. I understand that, but I assume if you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, having a side hustle or starting your own business is something that you're either doing or seriously considering. Again, like investing in your own financial education, side hustles don't necessarily need lots of money, but just need time. There are plenty of side hustles you can start today, but my main advice would be to start a service-based side hustle. And you might be asking why. You can start a service-based side hustle with very little startup costs. And to give you some ideas, these things can include stuff like, copywriting, becoming a virtual assistant, drop shipping, Amazon KDP, and many more. Again, this doesn't mean that your sole focus here has to be ditching your current employment, but if you're looking to earn an extra $500 to $3,000 per month, from an ROI and time perspective, there is not much better than starting your own side hustle. I'm really interested in all side hustles, so please comment below and let me know what you're currently working on today. Okay, everyone, I'm about to start wrapping things up here, but I'm hoping what you can take from this video is that it's so important to invest our cash. Having cash under a mattress for a rainy day to having cash sat in your bank is no good to anyone. In real terms, cash in the bank is reducing in value on a daily basis, so we need to make sure our money is working for us. To give you an example, if you save $200 per month in the bank at, let's say, a 1% interest rate, you'd have just shy of $120,000 invested. But if we invested $200 per month at an interest rate of, let's say, 10%, which by the way is the historical average of the S&P 500 index, in the same period, you would have 1.2 million invested. That is a monumental difference, as you can see. And if this isn't sexy enough for you, imagine being at the point where you've started investing this $200 per month and you've now started your own side hustle, which pays you, let's say, a 4 to 5 figure income per month. This side hustle now turns into your business full time. And my friends, what you've now just achieved is life on your own terms by just starting the basics. And trust me, I'm living proof of this. And all of what I've discussed with you today, I've put into action. As always, if you've enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments below what steps you are taking today on your own investing journey.